Hello everyone, so this is part 4 of my video series exposing the deception of Stephen Bancarz regarding Doreen Virtue, swindles, schemes, and scams being promoted to the body of Christ is somehow okay. So, what did you find when you watched video 3 that I did? When I asked you to take the time to double check what I was saying about how Doreen Virtue said that the problem with the Archangels and Ascended Masters book was New Age people were taking the book wrong, that it was just a research book. She's sorry that she had those little invocations in there, but it was just a research book. The problem is New Age people took it wrong. Was that the reality of what you found? I want every last one of you to understand that I have posted to Stephen Bancarz on social media the direct connect of what Doreen Virtue did with that book, so that he can see that she directly lied to him and to his Christian base about what she did in that book. She lied in the middle of her Jesus testimonial to him in a way that is easy to prove. Just like she lied to members of the New Age community, seemingly in the middle of her April 2017 NDE video, where she told members of the New Age that in her divorce from her last ex-husband, that he got all of the money and all of the property. Now, how do I know that's not true? Well, I've been blessed enough to see some of the property holdings that Doreen Virtue owns, due to a background check that a member of the New Age who had been swindled by Doreen Virtue paid to have done. I am very cognizant of where she's lived for over 20 years, what properties she owns, what their values are. So, do you think that with Stephen Bancarz having had concrete evidence presented by me in an easy to way to understand and to prove manner, that Doreen Virtue lied to him in the middle of his August 2017 Jesus testimonial with her about the New Age, thereby defaming the New Age itself and blaming her spiritual victims for why the book was problematic? Do you think that that's someone that you should trust about conversations about the New Age? If Stephen Bancarz will take part in defamation against the New Age in that fashion? Wasn't it defamation that he helped go out to Christians, thousands upon thousands of Christians around the world? What has he done to publicly address that Doreen Virtue lied to him about that book and what it was? I want you to think about that. I want you to think about the fact that Stephen Bancarz calls out the New Age for lying to people. He says people want truth. He calls out the New Age for harming people. He says it's wrong. He calls out the New Age for being demonic. Is it godly for Stephen Bancarz to have done an interview and have left it up for months and months on end, in which Doreen Virtue clearly lied about what she had done with her work and had engaged in defamation against the New Age community itself? What do you think, members of the New Age and members of the body of Christ, about the fact that when Stephen Bancarz had this evidence clearly presented to him, he then went on in April 2018 and did another Jesus testimonial video in which he seemed to let her rewrite the story of her spiritual gifts and her experiences? When you see someone letting someone that they've promoted rewrite their past while they are claiming to see God and to hear God, Is that someone that you should trust?